Hello, mathletes. Okay, so today, we got another 2C-4 coming at you. All right, coming in hot here. Oh, gosh, this has been a long one, guys, but stick with me. We're almost through it, okay? So the homework was numbers 3 and 5 in that packet, okay? So number 3, a local business was looking to hire a landscaper to work on their property. They narrowed their choices to 2 companies. All right, here's our 2 different companies. Flourish Landscaping Company charges a flat rate of $120 per hour. So they're only charging $120 per hour, nothing extra, okay? Green Thumb Landscapers charges $70 per hour. They're cheaper, but they have a $1,600 equipment fee. Yikes. Okay, so that's our first piece of information. Write a system of equations representing how much each company charges. Determine and state the number of hours that must be worked for the cost of each company to be the same. So we have hours and cost, hours and cost. So we're going to let X equal the number of hours of whatever job it is. And we're going to let Y equal the cost. You're going to notice usually Y is the cost in a problem like this when you have a starting value and an hourly rate or a monthly rate or something like that. All right, so we have one thing for Flourish and one thing for Green Thumb. So I'm just going to organize my paper. So I know that Flourish Landscaping charges a flat rate of $120 per hour. So this is $120 per. Okay, iPad, just switch the color on me, why don't you? $120 per hour. Green Thumb charges an hourly rate of $70 per hour. Now, Flourish doesn't have anything extra, but Green Thumb, they're a lot cheaper per hour, but guess what? You have to add on a $1,600 equipment fee. Yike. Okay, so now we're going to make our equation. So all Flourish is Y equals $120 per hour X. Green Thumb, Y equals $70 per hour X plus the $1,600 equipment fee. All right, so there's your system. So this first part is solved. So where it says, write a system of equations representing how much each company charges, guess what? We did that. Check. Now we need to determine and state the number of hours that must be worked for the cost of each company to be the same. Now this is the important thing. The use of the grid below is optional. Okay, it's optional. You don't need to use it. So guys, to be honest with you, if I'm looking at this $1,600 y-intercept here, it's going to be hard to graph. So why don't we just go to the calculator? Okay, here we are. I got my 2 equations in the calculator, and now I'm going to press graph. Very carefully. Now, I'm telling you right now, I can't see much. So I'm going to zoom fitty. Whoop. Ew, there's something on my calculator. Okay, so when I zoom fit, what do I see? Well, I can't really see the intersection point. And if I do a second trace, option 5, enter, 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 I'm going to get nothing. Okay, now when this happens, if this happens, go to your graph and try to look at the table of values and see where your Y values are the same. So for 4 hours, it's 480 for one, 1880 for the other. So you're just gonna scroll through. Oh, yikes. Scroll through until you see where the Y values are equal. Okay, they're catching up to each other. I think we went past. Oh, here we are. Magically, I passed it. At 32 hours, they both cost $3,840. So say you have difficulties with your graph and you can't see the intersection, you could always look at the table of values. So remember, you just have to press second table and you get there. You just have to scroll a little bit. That's it. You just got to scroll. That's it. So as we could see on the calculator, the intersection point is 32, 3,840. All right, so it's 32, 3,840. And what that means is after 32 hours, that's a long time, both companies will be the same. The price, let's say the price for both companies. Right, we need to be a little bit better here. You know that I don't like to write, but this sentence had to be better than that. After 32 hours, the price for both companies will be the same, and that price is $3,840. Okay? It is estimated to take at least 35 hours to complete the job. So that means 35 hours, that's x equals 35. Which company would be cheaper? Take both of your equations and plug it in. Y equals 120 times the number of hours, and then y equals 70 times the number of hours plus $1,600. Okay, so plug it in. So I have, what, 35 hours here? Which one's cheaper? Put it in your calc. So after plugging 35 into both equations, what did we find? For 35 hours, it's going to cost $4,200 at Flourish and $4,050 for Green Thumb. Therefore, the Green Thumb is the way to go. Green, oh no. Green Thumb is less expensive, is cheaper. Okay. Yep, and that's it. Island Rent-A-Car charges a car rental fee of $40 plus $5 per hour, or a fraction of an hour. Wayne's Wheels, charges a car rental fee of $25 plus $7.50 per hour, or fraction of an hour. Okay, under what conditions does it cost less to rent from Island Rent-A-Car? This is asking something a little different. But first, let's write our system of equations. So we have Island Rent-A-Car and we have Wayne's Wheels. Okay, so here's what we know about Island Rent-A-Car. We got a fee of $40 and a $5 per hour charge. Now for Wayne's Wheels, we know this. $25 fee plus $7.50 per hour. So from this, let's create our equations. So this is going to be y equals 5x, $5 per hour plus the $40 fee. Okay, and then this is going to be y equals $7.50 per hour plus your $25 fee. Remember, x is the hours and y is the cost. Usually the case. Okay, so since the grid is optional, I'm going to go right to the calculator and see what these graphs look like. Okay, I'm going to try to zoom fit this a little bit better. I'm going to first go zoom standard so I get my normal range. See what that looks like. Okay, can't see it. Shocking. Zoom fit. I want to get it a little bit closer in there. All right, well, this doesn't really help us much, but let's see the point of intersection. All right, the intersection point is at negative 0.35 and 22. That's a little strange. Honestly, does that make sense to you guys that we would have a negative intersection for hours? That doesn't. So something must be a little off. We have to figure this out. what's wrong here? Is it $50 per hour for Island Rent-A-Car, or is it $5 an hour? Oh my gosh, the lights. And we're back. This should not be 50x, this should be 5x. Okay, so now look at our graph. All right, let's go back to that Zoom 6, Zoom standard. All right, now zoom fit again, see if we can see something a little different. All right, so they cross at, second trace, option 5, enter, enter, enter. They cross at 6,70, so write that down. So the lines cross at the point 6,70. Fail. 6,70. And then you'll see that after they hit that point, one company will become more expensive than the other. So let's look again at the tables to see what's really happening. So this is our graph. If we go back to the table, y equals, I see we have Island Rent-A-Car in Y1 and we have Wayne's Wheels or whatever in Y2. So let's look at the table of values. So it looks as if I go back, that for 0, I think Rent-A-Car, Island Rent-A-Car is more expensive than Wayne's Wheels. So it appears that Island Rent-A-Car is more expensive until they hit 6 hours. And once you hit that 6-hour mark, then that's when your Wayne's Wheels becomes more expensive. Okay, so keep that in mind. So when the question says under what conditions does it cost less to rent from Island Rent-A-Car, we know that Y1 is Island, and then Y2 is going to be Wayne. Okay, so it's cheaper, it costs less to rent from Island Rent-A-Car as long as you are renting your car over 6 hours. So it is cheaper to rent from Island as long as you need the car for over 6 hours. At 6 hours, they're both $70. At 8 hours or 7 hours, that is when Wayne's Wheels starts to become more expensive. All right, and you can see that from the table of values right here. Okay? All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope this video helped. I'll see you tomorrow.